So have your chair today, of course, and your towel. Do a little check here. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. We had a bit of snow last night. Little Halloween came and then it started snowing at about 9 o'clock. I'm sure it's not snowing there. Right. All right. And we'll grab our stick as well, our pole. Have your pole handy, wherever that suits you. Yeah, and we'll sit in the front of our chair. Shoulders relaxed. We'll start just by inhaling through the nose. Hold your breath at the top and a nice long exhale as well through the nose. Just in your own time while everybody gets settled. And just notice, have your eyes either closed, or if you don't like having them closed, that's okay, but just have them so they're not sharply focused on anything. So they're just a soft focus. So you bend your eyelid, close your eyelids halfway. And just gaze down the end of your nose and just have a fuzzy gaze ahead of you, or close your eyes, whatever feels more comfortable. And then just take a minute to notice where your sit bones are on the edge of the seat, right? Are you sitting more in one cheek or the other cheek? Tip more towards your tailbone, or the weight more on the upper back of the thighs. Yeah. And just play around with it a little bit, like tilt back a little bit, move forward, just little tiny movements forward and back with the pelvis. And then come to settle in the middle of those two movements. And then take more weight on your one cheek. So kind of lift one cheek off a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. And then to put that cheek down and lift the other one up. Just transferring the weight from one cheek to the other cheek. And then just settle back and feel the weight evenly under both sit bones. And then we're going to do a little circle. Okay, so you're going to tilt forward. So from sideways, it kind of looks like this. You kind of go forward, and then we're going to go over to one cheek, and then we go back, and then the other cheek, and then forward again. So we're making a circle, just transferring the weight from one position to the other position. So I'm going to sort of tilt forward. So my pelvis is going forward a little bit. I'm going to go on to one cheek, and then sit back on my butt, and then over to the other cheek, and forward. So it's like your pelvis is like a bowl from your waist down. And it's just moving independently. That's right. Yeah, sort of a seated, hula dancer, or that's it. Okay. And then we're going to reverse direction. So then we go over to one cheek and the other. So my shoulders, they're sort of staying where they are, right? Because it's my pelvis. I'm isolating that movement from the pelvis, just transferring the weight from one point to the next. Good. This will be our last one. And then just sit comfortably. So now we want the weight evenly distributed on that pelvis, on both cheekbones, not too pitched too far forward with the pelvis, and not sitting back too far either. So sitting nice and evenly. Keeping the gaze nice and soft, our eyes closed. Again, we take an inhale through the nose. Feeling our ribs, rib cage, spine elongate, filling up with air. And a nice long exhale. And again, inhaling through the nose. Hold the breath in for a minute. And then a long breath out. And then we'll add the arms over the head. So the arms start hanging by your sides. We're going to inhale, taking the arms up nice and slow, breathing in by the ears. Good. And as you exhale, slowly let the arms come down, palms face down. Good. Floating all the way down by the side. Pause. And then again, so we're breathing in. Hold the breath on the inhale. Turn your palms around. And then slowly exhale. Two more. Breathing in as the arms go up. Shoulders up towards your ears. As you start to exhale, drop the shoulders down. Palms down. And let the arms just float all the way down. Shoulders stay relaxed away from the earlobes. Good. Chest and collarbones open. Good. And one more, breathing in. Shrug those shoulders. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down, relax the neck, reach out through the crown of the head, palms go down. Nice and slow with the exhale. Slow with the arms coming down. Good, arms hang down by your side. A few shoulder rolls, inhaling. Squeeze the shoulder blades and back. Good, again, breathe in. 2. 3. 4. Good, and last one. Good. A few gentle twists one way. So slide one hand down towards your knee, the other hand back towards your hip. Keep the ribs over the pelvis. And face front and the other way, pulling hips back. Good, and twist. A gentle gaze in the direction you're twisting. And just keep your breathing steady, just normal, relaxed breathing. One more each side. Good, and facing front again. Good. All right, let's grab onto our poles. Resting the poles on our thighs. Take the arms out. Okay. Bring the knees and feet together. Make sure you're sitting right on the sit bones. Okay. And hover the pole just a couple of centimeters off your knees. About there, about belly button height. Tummy on, weight even on both sit bones. Good, keeping the body nice and still. Holding on to this, almost feel like you're pulling the pole apart from the middle, just slightly, enough to just activate the muscles on the outside of the arm through the little finger. Now from here, we're going to peel one leg up and then lift that leg up. That's it. And then slowly let that leg go down. That's it. Weight even on both sit bones. That's it. And then the other one up. So we're keeping that upper body nice and still. Good. And the other one. Good. I have my arms relatively straight. My elbows aren't bent. Aren't locked, but they're not bent either. They're just off lock. If your neck seems to get a little bit tired doing it like this, you can always bend your elbows. This makes it a little bit less strenuous on the neck and shoulder. So this is also an option. Yeah. Or you can do one with the arms in, and then you can try it out. Do one each leg out. That's it. Good. And then you can bring it in and do one like that. You can just play with it, whatever feels best for you. Good. Keeping the weight even on both sit bones. Good. Good. Keeping that tight seatbelt on between the two pelvic bones in front. Just 2 finger widths below the belly button. That's it. Good. One more each side. Good. And down. Good. Now we're going to take the arms up in line with the shoulders. Separate your feet slightly. We're about a fist distance apart. Have your hands a little bit wider. Wrists are nice and straight. Good. Open the collarbones, and we're going to pull that bar to our chest. Okay, but keeping the shoulders down. The higher the elbows are, the more of a challenge it is. Okay, and the shoulders tend to go up. So you find the thing, you can always drop your elbows down as well. Okay, so you find the position where your shoulders can stay level. Okay, but you're getting the best feeling of the muscles between the shoulder blades, underneath the armpits, even a bit in the back of the arms. So we push forward, okay, but letting the collarbones stay wide, and then pull in and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then pushing out with the tongue on the roof of your mouth if you tend to get a tight jaw. And forward. And keeping the head over the shoulders. Good. Push forward. And pull, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Good. 5, 4, 3, good, and 2, good, and last one, good, and release and relax down on your legs. A few shoulder rolls just to loosen that up a little bit. Good. And we take the hands a little bit wider and take the arms up above the head. Okay. Good. Now that's right the crown of my head. So it's like I'm between two plates of glass here. Chin tucked in, opening the shoulders, opening the chest. So come up. If you can, you're going to bring the bar behind your shoulders. Now that's a lot of range of motion for the shoulders there. You can always come and bring it down to the collarbones. Perfectly fine, or alternate. Right, so you can go up. We're going to go up, crown of the head. We're going to go up, behind the head. Up, crown of the head, pause. Up, pull down to the collarbones in the front. Okay, or just to the crown of the head, or just to the collarbones, whatever works best for your own body. Up. Good. And collarbones. And you can do it without the bar as well as an option. Yeah. Good. Good. Just one more pattern, one more set. So up, crown of the head, up, behind the head. Up, crown of the head, up, collarbones, and down. Good. A few shoulder rolls. Now we're going to turn our head. So we're looking over one shoulder. Keeping the length. Think about the length through one side and the other side of your neck. Keeping the collarbones open. And then face front. And then turn your head over the other shoulder. And face front. And again. We're alternating from one side to the other side. And forward. And over the other shoulder. And face front. And one shoulder. And face front. Good. And again, over one shoulder. And face front again. Now some side bends with the head. Now we take one ear over, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And keep your face facing front. Try not to twist your head when you side bend your head over or look down. You're going straight to the side. That's it. And then your head comes back to the center. And you let your head fall to the other side, but keeping both shoulders relaxed. Lengthen through both sides of the neck. Good. And then head comes back over the shoulders and the other side. And up. Good. And again. So when you're going to the side, keep that shoulder down. And back to the middle. Good. Few shoulder rolls. And tuck your chin in a little bit. Good. That's it. Let it go. Perfect. Okay. So bring your feet and knees a little bit closer together again. Take the arms out in front of you. Tummy on. Now we lift one leg up and bring our arms up at the same time, both arms, without moving anything in the body. That's it. Good. And then we bring them down together, and then we alternate to the other side. Down and then up. And back down. Good. And up. Now, if doing this with the pole doesn't suit you, that's fine. You can always do what we normally do, which is opposite arm to leg. Okay. You can also do it without the pole, or just doing opposite arm to leg, which challenges the body in a slightly different way. Sit and down. Good. And up. And down. Good. One more each side. Good. Last one. Good. And we're going to put the pole this way, and we're going to hold on just with one hand. All right. Right in. So we're holding on with our left hand, right? We're going to lift the opposite leg up. Good. And from here, you take that pole out and the leg, that's it, and bring it back in. Okay, we're going to do 6 on that one side and open. The rest of the body is like a statue. That's it. And if you can, you keep the other arm straight in front of you, nice and still. Okay. 4. Good. Last one is 5. Back in and down. And we swap to the other side. Okay, so we're holding on with the right hand now. Arm up, opposite leg up. Whoop, keep that arm still in the front, and then bring it back to the center. And then open. So a bit of coordination. 3. Good. 4. Good. And last one is 5. Good. Placing it down. Placing the stick down. Good. And relax. Perfect. Okay. You stay facing me. You don't move. We're going to do the sit and stand. I'm going to face sideways. You can use your rolled up towel. This is a hand towel I have. So you can use that rolled up towel if you want, between the knees or not, depending on what works best for your own body. Okay. And again, our shoulders might be getting a bit tense at this stage. So it's optional whether you want to include the bar or not. Oh, sorry, my watch is talking to me. Bring your feet in. Okay. So you can have your arms up on a diagonal, shoulders down, lean forward from the hips, and we stand all the way up. Okay. And then we come down. Good. And then change our minds. Arms up, hips forward. Good. And up. So again, the arms are optional. You can also do it just with your hands pressed together in between your, in your chest, right? In the middle of your chest, we push our hands together, sort of in a prayer position. That's also an option, which looks like this. I'll just put my pull down so you can have your palms pressed together. Back. And remember to be mindful of your knees, ankles, and hips and spine. You can go all the way down to your chair if you like, or you can go halfway down, halfway up. But no rocking into the chair. Just touch and lift. Spread your toes out. Push your hips forward as you stand up. We're going to do 6 more. Reaching back with the hips. Good. And 1 more. And stand up. Arms by the side. Okay. Now from here, if you want help with your balance, you can go to the back of your chair and hold on to the back of the chair. We're doing heel raises. We'll do double heel raises and some single heel raises. Your choice if you want to hold on, or you can hold on halfway up, but not on the way down. So there's a few variations here. So we'll pitch forward, draw the muscles up through the front, back, outside and inside of the thighs. Lift up through the tummy, shoulders down, all the way up onto the ball of the toe. That's it. And lower down with the heels. That's it, lifting all the way up and down. Explore your options. Lift up without holding on. Up and down. Challenge the balance. Or go up with holding on and let go with going back down. Or lift your arms up for even more of a challenge. And down. Seven, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. We're going to stay here. Try to stay here for balance, either holding on, or if you can, lift your arms up. And then slowly lower the heels back down to the floor. Take your time. All the way down. And then bend one knee and then the other knee. And then we'll go on to prancing. So prancing, we go up onto our toes. We bend one knee so the heel is up on one side and the other heel down. Then we go up on both feet, balls of the toes, and then alternate. So we go one side and then the other side. Four. 2 more. And last one, up and down. Going to do a nice little lunge stretch here. So take one leg forward. Imagine your feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. Take one leg back. Watch that your front knee is in line with your heel and not past it. Right? We want a right angle from your heel up to your knee. Pelvis faces the back of the chair. And back heels down, shoulders down. Hold on to the back of the chair, or you can take your arms up. Do a few arm circles as well. Engage the bum muscle of the leg that is behind you. So squeeze your bum, pull your tummy in and tuck under. After this one, we're going to swap sides, bring the back foot in and swap to the other side. Lean that back heel down, front knee above the heel, hips square to the back of the chair. Squeeze your butt at the back, okay? Take your arms up, circle around. Again. And back down, good. Bring that back leg back in and walk it up. Going to do standing leg extensions. So move back a little bit from the back of your chair, bending the pelvis, the hips, okay? Take one leg back, shoulders stay relaxed. You're just holding onto the back of your chair for balance. Really pull the tummy in, extend through the back of the leg. We're lifting the leg up off the mat just a couple of centimeters, using your bum muscle, back of the leg, but keeping your tummy pulled in. So all the strength is coming from back here in your butt. Lowering and lifting for 10. 9, pulling up the muscles through the standing leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one's 10. Bringing that leg all the way down. Just walk it out. And then the other side. So extend that leg back. Make sure you're bending at the pelvis, lifting up through the front. Shoulders down. Lift that leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way down. You stay facing the way you are. You're going to still hold on to your back of the chair. Now we're going to do the side lift, okay? Stand feet even, hold on to the back of your chair. Good. Take your leg out, let your hips sink out, but then bring it over your standing foot. Lift up all 4 sides of your leg, the muscles squeeze the bone, and then lift. Toes are in line with each other in front. 2, just a little lift. 3, just the leg moving, the body doesn't move. 4, so keep controlled. 5, rather than momentum. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring that leg down and walk it out. And the other side. Taking the other leg, you can just hold on to the back of your chair. You don't need to move your chair around. Okay, your toes are in line. All right, hip out, bring your leg, hips over your foot. Lift that leg up. 2, 3, body stays still. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it all the way down, out. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of a proprioception balance exercise. I'm just going to move my chair out of the way. So now I am going to be on a tightrope. If you need to hold on to your chair for balance, by all means, keep holding on to it, okay? If that's just too hard to hold your balance, that way you can have them slightly apart. But if you can, you have one here. So we hold that there, pelvis to the front. Remember what leg you have in front, okay? And we're going to look one way and then the other. I think it makes a difference with your glasses on. Got progressives and forward. Woo! Fit. One side and then the other. You just feel all those muscles jiggle around in your legs and your feet. That's it. One more head turn each side. Try not to poke your head forward. Good, and face front. Whew. And then take a break. Wow, that's a challenge. I noticed some of you have your cameras or your screens kind of below you. And that's going to throw you off a little bit. So what you need to do is find a point. Don't worry about looking at me when you're doing this. Try to find a point on the wall or past you or whatever's directly in front of you to stick your eyeball on to start with. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. So heel to toe. Okay, so you're looking up past something. Get your balance. Have something handy in case you need to hold on to it for balance. Right? Find that weight. Front foot, back foot. Pelvis to the front, okay, and then you'll start turning your head. That's where the challenge comes in. And then find that point in front of you to focus on before you turn your head to the other direction and keep your eyeballs, turning. And the next one we're going to do is keep our eyeballs facing front. So this set, we're actually turning our heads and focusing sideways, but keeping our feet still. Good, and just take a break. Good. Walk it out. Okay. All right, back to the other side. So when we're doing it this way, you want to keep your eyeballs focused straight ahead. So you find that spot ahead of you in your line of view. Okay, so you're turning your head, but you're still looking, your eyeballs are staying looking forward. And keep your shoulders relaxed. So when you turn your head, the shoulder you're turning your head towards wants to come forward and try not to let it. Good. So keep focused front as you turn your head to one side, then front, and then the other side, and front. More. Good. And relax, and then we'll swap to the other side. One foot in front of the other. Good. Keep your eyes focused ahead of you. Find that spot on the wall. Turn your head without losing your focus of your eyeballs where they're looking at in front of you. And then the other side, keep looking forward as you turn your head. And face front. Good. You find you're losing your balance, see if transferring your weight forward onto your toes a little bit more helps, or back into your heels, or squeezing your legs together a little bit. One head turn each side. This will be our last one. Face front, good. And then just walk it out. Good. Good. Okay. Let's come back to our chairs. I'm going to face sideways. Sorry, we're going to sit on our chairs. I'm facing sideways a little so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do our abdominal work, tilting back, okay? And then we'll do some obliques as well, all right? So options with the arms, you can have them crossed, out in front of you, lifting up when you go back. Whatever level of challenge suits you, okay? Breathe in, good, and breathe out, pulling the tummy in. And then sitting back onto the sit bones. Good, and pulling in, come back. Good, and 4, 5, 6, 7. So if your arms are going over your head, be mindful that you're not shrugging your shoulders. Okay, so keep your shoulders down. Even when your arms go up, keep your shoulders down. Try not to hunch up, okay? 2 more. Good, and last one, and hold it here. Palms down. Belly in, tight seat belt across the 2 pelvic bones in front. Arms out, shoulders stay relaxed. And just pulse your arms. So the arms are quite stiff, slightly bent off lock, keeping the breathing nice and steady. Good. Feet are planted on the ground. Breathing in steadily. And then breathing out. That's it. Breathing in. Collarbones nice and wide. Open the chest. Last set. Good. And come all the way up. Lean forward. Rest your elbows on your knees. Sitting up nice and tall again. We're going to do the twisting, okay? You can have your hands behind your head, crossed over in front of you. Sometimes having the hands behind the head, we end up with this real tension, congestion, tension to the shoulders. We don't want that. So if our arms are here, we have to make sure that stays down. That's fine, okay? But if that's too difficult, cross your arms and do the twist from there. You can do it sitting up, the spine straight, or you can curl back into it if you like, whichever one is best for you. So I'm gonna have my hands here, shoulders down, breathe in and twist. Think armpit to knee, nipple to knee. Breathe in and cross. So I'm keeping my leg in line with the midline. And twisting, rib to hip. Keeping my elbows wide. Twisting through my middle. Exhaling every time I twist, breathe in. One more each side. Last one. And come all the way up. And again, relax forward. I have one hand on either side of your legs. I have them crossed over like that. And I'm pulling back into a stretch. Tuck my chin in. Breathe into my back. And breathe out. Neck nice and relaxed. So breathing in. And breathe out. Good. Perfect. Now, sitting up, going to breathe in, take the arms up. Good. Hang one hand down. You can cross that arm over and do a nice long stretch. Keeping anchored to the opposite sit bone. Don't let your hip come with you. Keep it down. Good. Coming all the way up. Good. And then the other side. Bringing it up and over, opening right through the waist, anchoring down through the sit bone. Shoulders down, opening up through the rib cage when you breathe in. This long length. Try to keep your shoulders down, neck nice and free. Come all the way up. Breathe in. Good, and up and over. Shoulders down, neck free. You can have your arm a little bit forward of you. If you have it back too far, it's really hard. So when I'm doing this, I kind of have it forward. That might help. And come back up. And the other way, open up. Good, again, shoulders down. You can use your hands to figure out if you've got tension happening too. And coming back up, breathe in. Good, and up and over the other direction. Good, shoulders down, open the chest. Good. Come all the way up. You can face sideways in your chair if you like, and use the back of your chair as a support for pulling yourself around into a twist. That's optional. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall, weight even on both cheeks, twisting towards the back of your chair. Good, and turning your head in the direction that you're going. Your knees and toes, hips, stay still. So we're really just moving our torso above our pelvis, pulling in through the belly button, pulling around, looking over your shoulder. Good, and release, and do a little counter stretch the other way. Good, and again, rotating, keeping the knees and feet nice and still. Reach forward through that left hip. Good, face forward, stretch. Good, one more, looking over your shoulder. Keeping the shoulders down, chest open. Unwind, gentle stretch, the counter stretch the other way. Now we turn around to the other side so we can use the back of the chair to help us twist around. Good, knees and feet parallel together in line with each other, pelvis as well. Twisting towards the back of your chair, but reaching forward with that leg and hip. Don't let it come with you. Pulling the ribs and tummy around to look over your shoulder. Then unwind, little gentle counter stretch the other way. And again, nice and tall. Pulling yourself around. Think about pulling your belly button around with you. But reaching forward with the leg that you're twisting towards. Gentle counter stretch. Come out of it. That's it. Last one. Twisting towards the back of your chair. Draw it in. Keep the weight even on both sit bones. Good. And unwind. And release. Good. Facing front. Again, you can cross your hands over each side of your thighs or behind. Okay, we're just stretching out through the spine. So you're tucking the tail under, pulling your breastbone back. Cross it over. You can twist a little bit, reaching one hip forward, then pulling it back. Doing a little wiggle through the spine, taking a nice deep breath in. Good. Coming all the way up to sitting. All right. Putting the left ankle on the right knee. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall. Sticking the hips out, so you're bending yourself forward towards your leg. That's it. A little wiggle. You can either put a bit of pressure down on your upper leg here to get more of a stretch if that suits you. If there's ever any sort of tension in the knee, you can try to flex the foot. Sometimes that will help. If that exercise doesn't suit you, just take your leg out of it. You can round over your leg, get a bit further of a stretch in a different part of your hip. And then coming up, and then we'll swap sides, the other leg. Good, and bending forward. A little bit of pressure on your upper leg. That's it. Stick that up. All right, coming all the way up. Line. There you go. Thank you very much. See you again soon.